Let's end with Debbie. Cheer us up a bit. We now have a minister for sewage and wastewater.
Oh, I'm over the moon, like not, because it turns out that this minister for water is my MP, who actually threatened, he delivered a threat from Chris Lachlan, the CEO of Pennon, who is South West Water's parent company. He delivered a threat direct from South West Water to me in my front room in front of Cornwall councillors, and I'm going to be delighted because I'm going to be interviewing that Cornwall councillor in the very near future. So that's one to look for. So, you know, whilst I'm flooding, and he got married in the chapel next door to me, so he knows what the situation's like. So while we're flooding, he's pretending to do something about it. And he hasn't done anything about it. He didn't even vote for the Lord's bill when that was put up. I mean, what can I say? We've got George Useless down here, environment minister, and now we've got Steve Double, who really doesn't give a, I'm not going to say the word because it's rude, but it begins with S, about anything.
He
So
doesn't give a
it's like,
sewage about anything.
really?
Yes. And this
Yes.
one I just found incredible. Most Cornwall MPs reject House of Lords bid to end raw sewage in rivers and seas. So most Cornwall MPs are voting to have more sewage in the rivers and the sea.
Yeah, and the headlines today were saying 50 beaches around the UK with a serious raw sewage problem.
Yeah.
But Debbie, the key point here is
Right.
if we've got emptying reservoirs, that's largely to do with leaking pipes. What we're seeing here is
Right.
infrastructure collapse in the country more than anything else. This isn't climate change. This is economic collapse and infrastructure collapse.
Absolutely, 100 million%. Southwest Water don't even know where their infrastructure is. They haven't got a Scooby-Doo. I had to map all their infrastructure, literally step by step, and I provided them with the map of their assets. And they're still to this day using my maps as our Cornwall Council. They don't even know where their assets are, let alone the fact that they're leaking, goodness knows, what is it, 3 billion litres of water a day, not to mention chucking wastewater in our homes as well as the rivers and everywhere else.
Yeah. Well, we're running out of time, Debbie, so we've got to be really quick on this final section. But are you going to get the job?
I've asked Sue Davy, who's the CEO of Pennon, who earns, I think it was 1.75 million or something obscene. Anyway, I emailed her direct and I said, me. I'm a really good listener, but you know, Southwest Water customers, they don't need a good listener. They need somebody that will actually listen to them and then act on what they're being told and take responsibility for problems that aren't the customer's fault. So I've got a really good experience on hydraulics, on how the water system works, wastewater, you name it. I think I'm pretty much up for the job. Wouldn't I mean? How many customers of Southwest Water would like to speak to me? Because I'll make sure that we take responsibility for our problems. It's
Well,
only fair, isn't it?
Debbie, that's not a job you want. That's a punch bag, is what they're looking for there, and they're looking to defuse that is, community angst.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, Mike, I just want to interject very quickly there because that's such a good point. Because every time we get really upset with Southwest Water, they send Southwest Water managers who haven't got a clue of the history. They're setting this person up for failure. I mean, honestly, it's shocking. The directors and the CEOs of all of these companies, they sit back behind their keyboards and they hammer out emails, but they're never actually here. But watch this space because I might have some news on that in the near future.
Okay, thank you.